In this video, I'm going to talk to you about an idea that I saw from someone on Twitter called Ian Addison. And he came up with this idea of using a random name generator to generate keywords instead of names. And so I thought about using this myself, and I thought actually I could develop that even further. So the web address that has this random name generator, which you can find lots of random name generators on the web. The concept of this random name generator is that what you would do is you would change names. You would enter your class list into here. You would hit go, and it would randomly generate someone in that class, so Mark, and you would probably ask Mark a question instead of asking the whole class to put up their hand. So that's the idea of the random name generator. But as I said, Ian Addison came up with the idea of using this to populate the names with keywords. So, for example, what I could do is I could have a text file here that has got my keywords in for a particular unit. So, for example, this unit is all about networking. This is all my keywords that I've identified in that unit. So what I could do is I could copy all of these, go into my name generator and change the names, paste them into here, and if I hit go now, I'll be able to generate a random word, one random keyword. So the idea then would be to maybe ask students particular questions about that keyword. But I thought, well, you know what, take it a step further. If we added two name generators, change the names, so this time, in this one, what about if I added an instruction word in here, like this? So all I did there is I've got a bank of instruction words here, that I could then do this. I could go to the first generator, click go. So I could say Wi-Fi, go into my second one, hit go. So what you've got to do with that is you've got to illustrate, that's a good one, you've got to illustrate what Wi-Fi actually is. Again, the student might have done that, so you could say, well, now you've got to actually define what Wi-Fi is. And you could use this as a starter activity, you could use it as an extension activity. And what's fantastic about this is that if I then go in here and click save and share, I can then share a unique URL address, which is this, with all of my students. And so rather than having this on the board, which you could do, you could actually personalize this for each in particular student. So you could give every student that URL address and it'd take them to this generator, which would generate the word. You could then go in here and share this different URL here for every student, and that would be the instruction word. And then if you wanted to integrate ICT into this, what I thought you could do is you could then have a bank of, for example, iPad applications, and you could paste that into a third generator. Here. So copy all of these. So now what I could do is I could say, okay, load up this URL, and that'll get you your keyword for the unit. Load up this URL, and that'll get you your instruction word that you've got to apply to that keyword. And then load up this URL here, and it'll tell you what application I'd like you to use to actually carry out that task. So if we just have a quick go. So imagine I'm a student. Okay, so I've got the World Wide Web, fantastic. I then go in here, hit go again. What am I going to do with that? I've got to explain it, excellent. So I've got to explain what the World Wide Web is. And if I hit go here, it'll tell me the application that I've got to use. Oh, couldn't be more perfect. So I've got to use the application Explain Everything, which is on the iPad, to explain what the World Wide Web is. It's just a great idea to, again, use as a starter. You could use it in the plenary, or you could actually use it to as an extension task for your students. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. Let me know whether you think this is a good idea, whether you've used it, whether you feel I could develop it even further. And yeah, just some feedback would be great. Follow Spark Educators on Twitter. We also have the Facebook page, the Instagram page, the usual Google Plus, YouTube channel, etc. Follow us on there and let us know what you think.